Hello, welcome to Impact Wrestling, the fallout from Hard to Kill. I'm joined as always by Dave from Craftstream Productions and KK. How are you two doing today?
Doing good.
Doing good.
Good. Well, it sounds like now they've got crowd noises piped in for the weekly shows, because we heard a bit of that today, didn't we?
Yep.
Seemed like it.
Sounded more natural though, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we finally have our new commentary team, D'Lo Brown and Matt Striker, which in my opinion are a very good duo together.
Very good combo.
Yeah, we have Rhino versus Eric Young as our first match. Young managed to get Rhino to tap out, which is surprising because Rhino barely ever loses by submission moves.
Yeah. That was, for Rhino fans, probably pretty painful to watch.
It was.
Yeah, he was getting attacked by all three of them.
Yeah. Cousin Jake tried to help, but there was 3-on-1, and they started stomping on a chair that was wrapped around Rhino's leg. So he's probably
Also
going to,
painful to watch.
Yeah, he's probably going to be coming back injured next week, I think.
Probably.
Yeah. Then AC Marrero and Johnny Bravo approached Tommy Dreamer and told him the theory that a knockout used ring rust to turn Larry D into Lawrence D in order to get him to shoot Bravo. This will continue further throughout the night, but yeah, they're setting up. We're finally going to find out who actually shot Johnny Bravo.
Yeah, AC Romero claimed that he has conclusive evidence.
Yes. We shall find out who shot him later in this review, so stick around. We then have the Good Brothers come out and say that they're amazing and they will hold the championships until they want to give them up. Chris Sabin came out and be like, I have a partner to take you out and claim back the championships. And then it was, sorry about your damn luck.
He did not come alone.
No, James Storm is here.
But is he here to stay?
I hope so. What did you think about your first time seeing James Storm, Dave?
I didn't think too much of him when he first came out, but in the match, I was kind of impressed. But we'll get to that.
Ah, okay. And then, out of everything that I did not expect to see tonight, the words Matt Hardy came upon the Titantron. His theme played, and he emerged with Private Party.
Yeah. It was a Hardy party.
The AEW wrestlers are just flooding into Impact.
From what they said in this promo, it basically sounds like they can work. If they want to go there and have a storyline for them, the company will swap wrestlers, which is what I think they should do. It's not an invasion, quote unquote. It's basically I'm going to come over and have a match.
Open borders, to quote Matt Hardy.
Yeah.
Or one of the announcers.
Yes.
It's pretty much just collabing.
Yeah. Whereas obviously the Kenny Omega is an invasion. The Kenny Omega storyline is him invading Impact, but the rest of it's just open borders wrestle, which is good.
Yeah, open invitation.
Then Matt Hardy brought out the reason why him and Jeff lost the Impact tag titles before they left the company. They lost them in a stupid teleportation angle. Yeah, he actually kind of called them out on that. Because they teleported and then they lost the championships. That's how they ended that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the end of this was Private Party will be facing Chris Sabin and James Storm tonight for the #1 contendership for the tag titles. Great promo. This was probably the best segment of the night.
Yeah, when you got familiar faces debuting to a company, yeah.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
Yeah, I went a little crazy when I saw Private Party come out with Matt Hardy.
Yeah, it was good.
Matt Hardy's like, "Oh, you owe me like 260%." It's like that's like twice as much as they're ever gonna make, and then some.
Yeah. This big money Matt character is very entertaining. I like that he
So
comes with different characters. There's version 1, version 2, Big Money Matt, Broken Matt. He's got different characters to work with, which is refreshing when he's not the same thing over and over again.
yeah,
Right?
This is what WWE could have had, but no. Fucking WWE.
They didn't want to let people have creative control. It's all got to go through Vince.
Yeah, and Vince can't book a show to save his fucking life.
I would prefer if Jeff leaves and debuts on Impact as Brother Nero.
Definitely. That would be amazing if that happened.
But at the same time, I think Impact is scared he's gonna pull another Jeff Hardy versus Sting match.
Yeah, I would be worried about that as well. His history doesn't help him.
Yeah.
Then we go to a great match. We had Kimberly and Susan versus Jazz and Jordan Grace in what was a pretty decent match.
Jazz was dominating Susan.
Yeah. Susan managed to get the roll-up win to fluke win over Jazz after Gianna hit Jazz with the knockout title.
Jordan and Jazz, they're a wrecking machine.
They do work very well together.
Yeah.
It was a good women's match. I'm rather impressed with the Impact Women's division so far.
Yeah, it's definitely the best women's division in North America, I would say. I've not watched Ring of Honor, but from all the companies I've watched, this is the best. AEW is just a bit lackluster. WWE is just a train wreck, and this is the best.
Yeah, AEW, they're lacking in their women's division.
Yeah, they put too much attention not on the women need a little bit more time and a good couple of wrestlers, and then it will drastically improve, I think.
Just have a pay-per-view just for women.
Yeah. That'd be interesting. Then we get revealed that Taya Valkyrie shot Johnny Bravo.
Dun, dun, dun.
She framed Larry D.
Yeah, she framed Larry D. She said that she did it because Johnny Bravo is a waste of space and a loser, and Rosemary shouldn't have ended up with him. And her only regret is he didn't die.
Maybe this is her way of leaving Impact and debuting somewhere else.
Maybe. Obviously, she's dragged away from police. Rosemary scares the security off. They have a good, teary goodbye. Hopefully in the terms of storyline, not in real, because it'd be nice if she stays. And then she's left the building. Crazy Steve then consoled Rosemary, kind of, and they walk off. He's like, this all excites me and that. Crazy Steve is crazy. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to know what they're up to.
Definitely. Then we move straight on to Rich Swann cutting a decent promo, leading to him having a little bit of a brawl with Moose, who came out and winning the brawl, surprisingly. So yeah, decent.
Apparently,
Yeah,
Moose
I didn't get to see most of that, so.
apparently Moose is not ready to fight for the main belt.
Moose will do it in his own time.
Yep.
That's what he said.
Yeah. And then it was finally revealed that TJP is the X Division champion. And then Raju's like, you said TJP couldn't win it. And he's like, no, Manic won it. He's like, but Manic is TJP. And he's like, yes, you've been telling everyone for weeks that Manic is TJP. In 2 weeks, you can finally wrestle TJP. But obviously, he's wrestling TJP, and Scott D'Amore said that Manic is champion. So it's going to be a non-title match.
Yep.
That's going to be interesting to see. Then we move on to our match. Fallah Bahh versus Brian Myers. And again, a pretty decent match. What did
Very
you think
decent.
of your first view of Follow Bar, Dave?
He's a chunky boy.
There he is.
That is a big, big man.
Yeah.
Makes me feel small.
Yeah, he's a good wrestler. Then we get Ace Austin, Madman Fulton, kind of setting up a match between all of them. Cardona challenged Austin and Fulton to a fight. So that'll be interesting to see when they do that.
There's a little bit of tension going on between Fulton and Ace Austin, though.
Definitely, there is definitely some tension. I think Austin will be better on his own eventually. So I think for now, Fulton's doing good with him, but eventually Ace Austin needs to go out on his own.
All these tiny guys always have some sort of bodyguard.
Yeah.
I was just reading through this. Brian Myers was an asshole calling Eddie Edwards a backyarder.
Yeah.
That's savage.
Yeah, because Yep. So they're going to have a match, and I think Eddie Edwards will win.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, also, if you didn't know, the person that was with Tony Khan was Jerry Lynn. I didn't realise that.
Who? Sorry?
Jerry Lynn's an old veteran wrestling of like indie stuff. He was in WWE, but he did most of his work in like Impact Wrestling.
American professional wrestler.
Yeah,
Okay.
Jerry Lynn was very good in his day.
Currently with AEW.
Yeah, well, it looks like it. Well, yeah, Tony Khan and Jerry Lynn was at ringside. Jerry Lynn actually turned on Chris Sabin. Jerry Lynn grabbed his leg, leading to Gin and Juice from Private Party, making them #1 contenders. Lynn, yeah, I love the commentary reaction to that. Jerry Lynn has sold out. I guess money can make you do anything. I love it. I love how they oversold that so much. It was funny.
Yeah.
Like he was there for.
They got to be 110% impact though, and that's one way to prove it.
Yeah.
Gin and Juice got the win.
Yes, it did. And then Good Brothers came out, and then Storm, and everyone had a big brawl, basically.
Yeah, and that's how the show ended.
Overall, that was a really, really good episode of Impact.
Yeah,
It was.
I'm going to give that a solid 8.5 out of 10. I absolutely loved that show.
I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10.
I'm giving that an 8. That's the first number that came to my head.
Yeah. Yeah, that was definitely an improvement on last week. All the matches were decent. It was they set up a couple of decent matches and feuds. Overall, the show was just a really good weekly episode of television.
Take notes, WWE.
Yes. This is how you make decent products. Basically, watch any product that's not your own and you might figure out how to make a show.
Like this episode makes me. This episode has really tuned in. I really want to know what's going to happen next Tuesday.
Oh yes, it's good. Now, we hope you've enjoyed this review. Make sure you check out Crack Screen Productions. Links in the description or on the channel. He does similar content to me. Live reactions, gaming. He makes his own music. Does food reviews and cooking videos occasionally. It's all good content. Make sure you check him out. Give a subscribe. Get him to 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year.
That'd be wicked. Mobile streams.
That would be great. Crazy days, spontaneous streams.
Yep.
That would be great. But yes, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and we'll be back for AEW and NXT tomorrow evening. Peace out, guys.
Peace.
Bye.